Hello, my name is Randy. Please join me while I spend the next 2 hours trying to remember what's happening in The Legend of Dragoon. The Legend of Dragoon, of course, was released in the year 2000, at least in the country of at least in the continent of North America. It is a Japanese-style role-playing game. It was Sony's answer to Final Fantasy, and once again, history has shown who won that battle. It was, of course, Shin Megami Tensei. Here we go. This is part 15 of my first playthrough ever. Spartan's already here. Let's check the Stardusts. 37. I think that's the amount that we need to have. And let's talk about lower back pain, because I've got some going on. I don't remember what we're doing. We talked about lore stuff. There's ceremony, please come another time. We did all the library stuff already, I think. Well, cool. We did the library stuff. And maybe I should just go watch my video and figure out what the heck I was doing. I don't know why. I just can't get my head around the story of this game anymore. Like, I am so lost. This is the inn. Alright, I'm gonna look it up. Best thing to do to get people hooked into your stream is to look stuff up on your phone. Right in the beginning. Say nothing, make no jokes, don't be entertaining at all. I do take long breaks from the game. That is absolutely true. Fair. Where to go after the library? Town of Bale, go to the inn and buy spirits from the shop next to it. Is in neat. Oh, that's neat. After Rose visits. Wait, didn't we do that? I thought we did that. Oh no, it's after the Rose that Rose visited. Wait. Walk away. Why do I have to buy spirits? What town am I in? Doesn't say. Oh yes, I am. Leningrad. Go back as Dart. Can I go back now? Go get it? I don't want to forget. So let's head back to... I don't actually know. Oh, I don't have Rose. Alright, well, we figured it out. There's Rose. Excuse me. If you're new to my stream, I like to cough into the microphone. That's not true, I don't. I apologize. I need a cough button. I don't have one. But I do read the dialogue out loud, and I'm going to start that by doing this. Rose says, did you find out anything about Lloyd? Dart says, no, there is no trace yet. Rose says, I just happened to meet them. This is Luana and Seti. Some pretty good bow animation. Second sacred sister, Luana. I'm never going to say that again. Luana says, excuse me, but you had some changes in your body recently. Yeah, I mean, I've been working out, I guess. And Dart says, what are you talking about? Sister Luana, Sister Seti, says somebody. Town Dweller says, thank you, Sister Luana. Now I can walk outside. How can I thank you? Luana says, it is fine. That is what we, the Sacred Sisters, are for. Thank you, Psionic X. Psionic X, not a character in the game The Legend of Dragoon, but he is someone in my chat that said welcome back, and I said thank you. Albert says, to himself, I think, I would like to... No, whispers. I'm assuming he's whispering. I would like to talk to you. Can we go someplace else? Parentheses means whispers, I guess. Albert says, you are, ... the renowned sacred sisters of Mili Sasu, Sister Luana and Sister Seti. My back's doing okay, a little bit. Like, I think I mentioned this last time. I injured my back, and I've been in recovery mode since. It's doing better. It is my pleasure to meet you, says Albert, to the sisters. Seti says, it is my pleasure to meet the heroes who defeated the sea dragon in Elissa Bay. I was really lucky to follow her from Neat. Well, that's neat. Dart says, Sister Luana, I heard about you from Librarian Ute. Excuse me. Seven-hour drive going to Florida to see My Chemical Romance. That's cool. I couldn't name a My Chemical Romance song right now if you asked me to. Couldn't do it. Not one. Couldn't do it. I will, Psionic X. I appreciate it. I will. I'm doing fine. Dart says, we have something in common. We are survivors of Neat. Well, that's neat. Second Sacred Sister, Luana says, I already said I wasn't going to say that, and then I said it. So you went through that tragedy? Psionic X, once the dialogue's over, I'll address it. Short answer, I liked it. Dart says, do you remember anything about other survivors or the whereabouts of the Black Monster or anything? Luana says, what I remember is only the sound of terror. I am sorry, I don't think I can help you. Dart says, I see, but it's okay. The fact that somebody survived that tragedy means I can have hope that continuing my journey will someday lead to the Black Monster. Shauna says, I am with you too. No, Shauna, you're not invited! Shauna says, oh, does this mean you went to Neat too, Rose? Well, that's neat. Rose says, I told you, I just happened to be there. Stumbled upon it. Just popped up out of nowhere, I couldn't have helped it. Seti says, Sister Luana, what about the health of Mr. Dart? Dart says, yes, what do you mean the unusualness of my body? Unusualness. Okay. Luana says, I see that you people have strong powers, a power that is beyond humans. It seems that the source of... It's gonna be a long stream. It seems that the source of your power is in turmoil. Another power that has influence over you is anticipating the liberation. That is what I see. Luana says, that is all I can tell. If it confuses you more, please forgive me. Seti says, oh no, Sister Luana. This is... Luana says, the answer to your question. You may find out the truth about the... Oh man, my throat. Hello, Nancy. 1988. Please tell me you were born in 1988, and then we can be of similar age and make me feel less old than how old I actually am. Although you don't have to disclose your age here. That is rude of me to even ask you to do that. But now that I've done it, please, please relieve me of this burden of being an old man. Second Sister Luana says, the answer to your question, you may find out the truth about the entity that has influence over you now. War is not in human nature. Humans fight by making themselves enter insanity. It is the same for revenge. This is a tool to amplify the insanity. I don't read that fast. Slow down. And this insanity is the source of the power of Dragoons, the Dragon Knight. Someday something will happen, and if you cannot chasten your... I wonder if you will be able to endure it, given the meagerness of your spirit. Oh, thank goodness I got it out. Dart says, wait, no, Dart. Someone says, Dart? Dart says, I'm fine. As you can tell, I'm shaking the world. That means I'm fine. Oh, yeah. Snow. This looks better than anything you can see on Switch 2, let me tell you. It's a random username. Aw. Bummer. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. $23? Okay, no. You've done nothing but confirm that I am an old, disgusting, dying man. Cool dragon stuff. I almost said I'm 37. I'm not. I'm 36. old man. You're 23, you were not alive when this game came out. Oh, man. Luana says, anger or animosity towards humans or all things. Well, thank you, Nancy. It's very nice of you, Nancy Robinson. Mira says, oh my god, could it be? Rose says, the arrival of the one who glares through 7 diabolical eyes and who crosses the sky with 7 wings. It's trouble. Rose says, it's the king of dragons, the divine dragon. Luana says, the legend was true. The king of dragons, sealed by the long-gone Winglies, rests in the ground of Mili Sassu. Once it awakens again, it shall bring terror to the world. Albert says, again, we are facing a dragon. Nancy Robinson, I'm not much for chatting on Discord. We have a Discord community you can join if you want. And I chat in there. That's tinyurl.com/randy-discord, or if you prefer, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. But that's how, if you want to get a hold of me, that's how you got to do it. Second Sister Luana says, and I keep saying second sister, Luana says, what are you people? Nope, I don't have an Instagram. Dart says, we are the Dragoons. Dart says, we are the Dragon Knights who have the power to rule dragons. Luana says, Dragoons, the legendary Dragon Knights. That is the reason why I feel a strong power in you. But why did the Dragoons come to this country? Is it because of that dragon? Dart says, no, we are here to pursue a man. Unrelated to our vocation of Dragon Knights, we are going after a dude. Dart says, he is a sneaky, dangerous man even for those with the strength of us Dragoons. Second station, blah. Luana says, what did that man do? Albert says, he engaged in secret maneuvers during the Serdian War and formed a conspiracy for a coup d'etat in Tibaroa. Nancy Robinson, I appreciate the eagerness to want to chat on Discord. However, like I said, I'm not much of a Discord chatter, so... Luana says, is he going to bring evil to Mili Sassu? Oh, is that the dragon? Luana says, please see Queen Teresa. Luana says, it seems that we need the power of you Dragoons to pursue men, not dragons. Can I get Rose back? Thank goodness. My controller not working? There we go. Not Shauna, we'll get her out of there. What is that nonsense? Discord makes you feel like a boomer. Nancy Robinson, I will not be providing... Oh, my Discord server? Do you want my Discord server? Is it... Okay. Someone want to do that for them? Is anyone willing to do that for Timmy there? The Discord bot doesn't work anymore. So we didn't really get a mission other than we had to talk to somebody, but I don't remember where that was. It seemed to want me to leave, so I guess we'll leave. Let's go save it so I don't have to do that again. There you go, that should work. I didn't save it. And now, thank you, legitimate PlayStation 1 hardware, for telling me where the save file is, what it's called, the file extension even. Alright, I'm glad I didn't leave, because apparently I have to go in here now. There's no more ceremony. You're welcome. Okay, humans and animals in the forest. That's what the... The dragon comes again, the city will be in pandemonium. Then the knighthood will be deployed to maintain order. Then, who will go to vanquish the dragon? Well, how about the Dragoons? The titular Dragoons. Presently, the head of the knighthood is talking about the measures being taken against the dragon. Please be quiet. The only thing we can do is to protect the castle and the city. The dragon hasn't done anything yet, really. We sure we want to murder it? The twist's going to be the dragon's the good thing all along. The black monster is the evil thing. So we've got a dude, a black monster, and dragons, and there's just a lot going on. And now this person has trapped me behind the table. Uh-oh. Good. Hey, if you're making an RPG, make sure you can walk by your NPCs, because holy moly. Holy onk! What does that do? Revives from death with a given probability? What the heck does that mean? I do need a lore synopsis up to this point. I'm gonna have to look one up after the stream or something. There's a lot of threads dangling. Now, who are we chasing after? First we got Lloyd. We want him dead. We gotta find the black monster. They may be related or they may not be. And now there's dragons coming around. We want to kill Shauna at some point. What's her face? Did she come back? She's a Wingly, right? The lady, the little girl, who's a little girl in appearance only, which is convenient because now we get to have. She's actually super old, and she looks like a little girl, but because she's super old, we get to have sex with her guilt-free. Thank goodness. I wouldn't want to have sex with an actual adult-looking person. That would be crazy. Commander of the Holy Knights says, "What I'm telling you is that whatever the monster is, with the force of the Holy Knights, nothing can stand against us." Miranda says, "Have you ever seen the monster?" First Sacred Sister Miranda. I'm done with the stupid Sacred Sister thing. Commander of the Holy Knights says, "According to the briefing by my man," my man, "it is bigger than a cloud." Alright, that one caught me off guard. "It is bigger than a cloud and faster than our horses. It's impossible for such a creature to exist." Miranda says, "Where does your confidence come from?" Commander of the Holy Knights says, "It is impossible for such a creature to exist." "You idiot," says someone. Miranda, First Sacred Sister, Miranda. I can't say First Sacred Sister. Talking about the enemy based on mere assumptions. "Are you going to expose your men to such danger?" "My man." "You are dismissed, Commander of Knights." Like relieved of duty, or is he just like leave the room? Leave the room, I think, yeah. "I just punched a banister." That's what First Sacred Sister Miranda said. Queen Teresa says, "Calm down, Miranda. You are in front of my guests." Queen Teresa says, "Luana, Seti, I'm glad to see you came back safe." Second Sacred Sister Luana says, "You've never changed, Sister Miranda." That is a tongue twister for me for some reason. I'm gonna keep saying it until I get it down. First Sacred Sister Miranda says he doesn't understand the current condition. First, Sacred Sister Miranda says, who are these people? Second, Sacred Sister Luana says, I brought them in order to save Millie Sasu from the intruder. Miranda says, you said to save? Luana says, if we do not take action, it will attack us again, and next time, it might attack us directly. Queen Teresa says, do you know anything about the monster? Rose says, it is the divine dragon, awakened from his long rest. No wonder he is cranky. The divine dragon, huh? Queen Teresa says, you are talking about that monster sealed in Mountain of Mortal Dragon? That makes sense. It's an appropriate name. Luana says, yes, the King of Dragons, sealed by the ancient Winglies. The divine dragon came back to life. Miranda says, are you sure of that? Queen Teresa says, please relax, Miranda. You said you will save this country. Queen Teresa says, is it possible for us humans to defeat a dragon? Guard says, we don't know yet. However, we might be able to stop it. First Sacred Sister Miranda says, what confidence you have. "100% Spartan." Dart says, we are the Dragon Knights, who rule dragons, the Dragoons. There is nobody but us who can stand up to him. Watch me glow. First Sacred Sister Miranda says, are you saying you are the heroes from the Dragon campaign? The Dragoons? Luana says, I was surprised too. However, I don't see any falsehood in their heart. Teresa says, it means, may we request your help in vanquishing the divine dragon. Alright, after the stream, Nancy, I'll check it out. Rose says, you are free to ask. In either case, we have to meet him. But we have a favor to ask, Your Majesty. There is one thing we need in order to cross swords with the divine dragon. First, the dragon needs a sword. Then, we need a sword. Then, we need to cross them. Rose says, it is said that Winglies made 2 weapons in ancient times to fight against dragons. One is a sword to kill dragons, namely the Dragon Buster. The Buster of Dragons. Miro says, well, what? How do you know about that, Rose? Is what someone might ask if they knew about it. Miro says, oops, I didn't say anything. Shana says, wait a second, isn't that the sword? Gar says, yes it is. It's the sword that the jerk used to kill Lavitz. I'll never forget. Gar says, therefore, we have no choice but to count on the other weapon. Queen Teresa says, what could that be? Rose says, the Dragon Blockstaff. As the name implies, it is a blockstaff that kills dragons. That is not what she said. She actually said, as the name implies, it is a magic staff to block the power of dragons. Miranda says, and where is the Dragon Blockstaff? Dragon Blockstaff is a stupid name. So is Dragon Buster, so I guess that's appropriate. Rose says, I was going to ask you. Actually, it seems that one of us knew about it. Miru? Miru says, well, what are you talking about? Shana says, do you know about it? Queen Teresa says, please tell us, for the sake of this country. Dart says, why are you hesitating? It's a fair question. Miru says, okay. I'll tell you guys, alright? Miru says, I think it's in the Forest of Winglies. Dart says, the Forest of Winglies? Where the heck is that? Miru says, it's in the northern part of the Evergreen Forest. Queen Teresa says, if so, are you saying that Winglies still live? Uh-huh, says somebody. Queen Teresa says, it seems that the myth of fairies in the Evergreen Forest area was true. Miranda says, Queen Teresa, I am heading to the Forest of Winglies with these people in order to borrow the Dragon Blockstaff. Dart says, are you coming too? First Sacred Sister Miranda says, of course. The problems are too big to just leave to you. Besides, I want to see how far you Dragoons can go. If you really have the power as described in the legend. Queen Teresa says, I beg you people, please save Millie Sasu from the divine dragon. But we've got to chase a guy named Lloyd. Miranda says, now, we are heading to the Forest of Winglies. No time for procrastination. If there's no time for procrastination, does that not, by definition, mean we're procrastinating? waiting to the last possible minute? Or is she saying we're waiting to the last possible minute to be able to wait until the last possible minute? Albert says, please wait. I don't see Shauna. No, that was by design. We're leaving her here. Yep. Dart says, where did she go? Miranda says, what timing? Let's go look for her. We have no time to waste. Yeah, I guess so. I really don't want to look for Shauna. That sucks. Get out of the way. I mean, we were all coming from here, so she's got to be this way. That would just make the most sense. Ugh. Alright, that's it. So, Daniel Garcia's heel turn. I have not cared about Daniel Garcia since he left Jericho's whole thing. So, I'm glad he's got something else going on, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. And the Death Riders need something too, because without the title, they need some direction, and they don't have any right now. Who here knows where Shauna is, so I don't have to scour this whole place? Music's different. Oh boy. Alright, well, I found Shauna. Shauna, says somebody. Dart says, Shauna, are you alright? Shauna says, where am I? Shauna says, when did I come here? Dart says, what happened? Shauna says, I don't know. I kept seeing Genova and I ended up walking over here. Shauna actually says, I don't know, but that took me? Dart says, Miranda, what is this room for? Miranda says, this castle used to be a fort for Wingleys. I heard that this room used to be a chamber for a ceremony to seal something, but it was more than 10,000 years ago. Albert says, isn't it the reason the Divine Dragon made a raid on the Crystal Palace? In other words, he is trying to work off his hatred against Wingleys? Can you remind me who the Mad King is, Psionic X? Dart says, why did you come here alone? Were you called again? Like the time with the Virage? Shauna says, no, it was different this time. I woke up and I was here. I feel hot. I mean, you don't look it. Boom! Shauna says, it's gone. My 4 dots. Oh yeah, Eddie Kingston. I suspect he'll be there at All Out, which, by the way, I am attending. I will be at All Out next week. First Sacred Sister Miranda says, what's this? Shauna says, I cannot manage it anymore. I don't feel the power of the White Silver Dragon. Dart says, you are a Dragoon too? Me? Thank you, Psionic X. I'll update the Discord. I'll be with Mitch and Rick. Or should I say, Du hast Mitch and Rick? Rose says, Dragoon spirits manipulate fate. Spartan, I will do those things. I should have a lot of health items. I always stock up when I see them. Shauna says, I can no longer. Shauna, says somebody, probably not Dart because he doesn't like her. Miranda says, hey, what's going on? What is this stone? Shauna says, I see. I passed out. Dart says, are you alright? Shauna says, yes, but I don't think I can go with you anymore. Dart says, there is nothing you can do in your condition. Shauna says, I knew it from the day I looked at the moon and Fernie. Man, the names in this game are stupid. I was sure this would happen to me. Dart says, we will be back as soon as we defeat the Divine Dragon. So, wait for me until then. Here says, lighten up. Heishel says, I will work hard for you, Shauna. Ew. Congo too, says Congo. Howard says it won't be long. Dart will be back with you soon, Shauna. Dart says, no I won't. I don't intend to see you ever again. Shauna says, don't worry, I'm accustomed to waiting, but thanks everyone. You are kind of accustomed to waiting, that's kind of all you do. Multiple times throughout this game, you have left the party. I feel bad for anyone that used her as a member. Miranda, says somebody. Shauna says, please take care of the rest. Someone says, I know. Is Miranda a party member now? Can I put Miranda in my party? I'm curious to see what she does. Hey, look at that. Alright, Rose, you suck a little bit more than Albert, so... Although you're my favorite character. I want to see what she does before I put you back in. I'm sure I'll bring you back, but I just want to see what she does. I did not expect to see another party member. Well, I'm not gonna put any of that stuff on. Wait, that says Arrow. Is she just freaking Shauna? Yeah, I think I've just decided that. When I saw Arrow, and I saw she using a bow and arrow. I guess we'll find out very quickly. I can't swap out unless I'm at a save point, can I? Oh no, I can swap out at any time, okay. Can I go to neat before the Winglies? That would be neat. Bling, ding, ding, dong. Ling-a-ling-a-ling. First Borderlands game is the only game, the Borderlands game that I cared about. So, you're in good company here. I tried Borderlands 2, I didn't like it very much, and then I stopped playing Borderlands for the rest of my days. Wouldn't mind finding a shop. Sounds shop-ish. Pretty sure I bought all the stuff I can buy. I have 12 healing breezes. And 4 angels' prayers. Let's buy some angel prayers. Okay, there we go. Lots of health. Joy to the world. Joy to the world. Joy to the world. Wow. Boo boo doo doo boo doo doo doo. Future reference, I think I like streaming in the afternoon better. The reason I did this is because I was kind of hoping to... I get weirdly nervous about streaming, and I figured if I stream early I wouldn't have to get nervous. Oh yeah, she's just Shauna. We're gonna have to get rid of that. Southeast of Tio. I can do that. Theodore. Rod Typhoon! Holy damage! Meanwhile, Miranda's over here like... I like Miranda's look, though. She's almost dead. She sucks. Yes. Oh, that was bad. I may just have her die and then put her back in storage. Man, he does damage. Holy macaroni. Apologize for taking Macaroni's name in vain, but dang. Alright, well, I know what you do. Come on back out, Rose. Alright, Tio was... I can't go that way. Tio was up here, I think. Yes, he's right there. So southeast. Southeast. I guess this? This is technically the most southeast looking of the options available. This is south. East? That's gotta be southeast. No! Posture. Be careful, I was kicking out. I find this chair incredibly uncomfortable. Should get a new one. I'll do that with all the money that I have. Why do I suck with hers? Rod Typhoon, who just murders him instantly. Just ridiculous. Yes. Go. Hero. Nope, that's how post is spelled. Hard blade. We still have hard blade. I forgot we're still doing a hard blade. The blade is so hard. Oh. Sorry, that was just old man agony. Oh, we got a while for Madness Hero. Got a while for Hardblade too. Got a while for Rod Typhoon. We got a while. Maybe it's this way? I don't know. I don't know. There's a save point. I suspect this is not the right way. Hey. Hey. Die. Hard blade. Hard blade. Rod Typhoon. Rod Typhoon. I played as Roland. Yes. Go. Madness Hero. Hey. I liked how I liked his healing stuff. Die. Hard blade. The soldier guy, yep. As I mentioned, I liked his healing stuff. Are you fighting a tree? Not only am I fighting a tree, I'm fighting multiple trees. I've been fighting trees a whole life. Alright, is this neat? Nope. I mean, there are only so many exits. So, we'll find it eventually. Probably not this, because there's nowhere else to go. There is quite a bit of wood in my streams. If not actively visible, definitely just below visible. Oh! Oh, I thought I had it. Rod Typhoon! I didn't kill him. You're a strong boy. Madness hero!
Die.
Hard blade. You died by a hard blade. Not a soft blade, a hard blade. That's how you died. Here I am. So many ways to go. Is that a... what is that? Do you think if they could make the battle loading faster, they would have? Probably, right? Ah! What's happening? These things have high agility or armor class or something. But not a lot of life because you're dead. Eh.
Die. Hard blade.
348's not bad. That was a pretty good number. 213 is not a good number. Dart is the main character and he does the least amount of damage. He sucks.
Die. Hard blade.
I don't want to say it because I'm gonna jinx myself, but I feel like I'm doing good with these button presses today. It's probably because last time it was like 6 months between streams, and now it's like less. Not much less, but less. Hey, neat. Spartan, you said that to make a second save before the Winglies, right? Not neat? I don't think there's... That was one step. Aw, poopy, that was on me. Well, I already stocked up on supplies.
Run, Typhoon! Yes! Go! Madness! Hero!
Hey.
Die.
Hard blade.
Hard blade.
He's weak to the hard blade. Rose is looking pale. She always looked like that. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Before you go to the next area after the Winglies, okay. Oh, lamppost. Or Lamp-P-O-A-S-T. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Is there anything else to do here? Oh, look at the footprints. See the name of my mom and dad. Wow. That sucks. Yeah, we've gotten better at placing collectibles as a world, as a society. What if you go way out of your way for no other reason other than to get a thing that doesn't benefit your life until much later? Oh, great. I would think Dart would have things to say about it. Sure, absolutely. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Nope. No! It really is amazing how I like this type of game. A lot of people like this type of game. But on paper, it sounds really bad. Like, oh, you're just going to be doing the same battles over and over again, and they're going to take forever. And you're going to be doing it for about, like, 50 hours. And you'll like it. And then there will be a lore that you don't understand. Ah.
Run, Typhoon!
Fighting trees.
Yes! Go!
Yeah. I knew it. I said something, and now I'm just gonna whiff it for the rest of the day. Poopy poop poop poop.
Yes! Go! Madness! Hero!
He might die. I have Albert defend for a while. Oh yeah. Should probably have Rose defend for a while. Well, he didn't die by hard blade, but he sure died. Normal blade on that one. Gingling, who leveled up? I don't know. It's Congo, I think, but I couldn't see. So fast. Tor says, a dead end. Actual child Miru says, here we are at the entrance to the Forest of Winglies. Miru says, sigh, maybe I'll be kicked out again. Dart says, where is the entrance? I see nothing. I don't know, it looks like an entrance to me. Miru says, there is a magical boundary here. Winglies have locked themselves in the forest since the Dragon campaign. Dart says, how come they didn't live with the humans? Miru says, you know about the Dragon campaign? Albert says, it is the war that humans who obtained the power of the Dragoons started in order to liberate themselves from control of the Winglies. Why did I know? I think I knew that. Mir says, some Winglies. Hold on. Sitting on my headphone cord. Fixing that. There we go. Miru says, some Winglies are still angry about that. Besides, Winglies have a power that humans don't have. Swinging. The ancestor told me that the power draws a line between humans and us. Dart says, Miru, are you? Miru says, yep, I'm a Wingly. Miru says, are you surprised? Dart says, yeah. Miranda says, why didn't you tell us? Miru says, would you believe me? Miru says, would you consider me as a friend if I told you guys? Dart says, it doesn't matter. Miru is Miru, right? Although I'm less attracted to you now knowing that you're super old. I only liked you when I thought you were underage. Dart says, now, let's go see the Winglies. Now we are dealing with serious stuff. Yep, we solved racism, guys. It's all over. I don't know why everyone's so freaking out about inequality and all that stuff. There really isn't anything going on. Everything's fine. Please don't take that out of context or believe that or think that I actually believe that, because I don't. But it was a funny thing to say in the moment, and I ruined it by over-explaining it. Wingly A says, I wonder what would happen to us if the Divine Dragon came to this forest. Wingly B says, we would fight it with our magic, but probably we would fail given our current level of power. Wingly C says, but the ancestor said that we won't become extinct if we cooperate with other species. Wingly A says, other species? Are you talking about humans? Wingly C says, that's right, but I wonder if everybody in the forest can understand that, including me. Wingly C says, the seal! Kiss from a rose. Wingly A says, Miru. The humans? Wingly B says, Miru brought humans here. Wingly C says, I'm going to let the ancestor know. And then Wingly C is out. And I guess Wingly B also out? No, I guess we're going to fight. Miru says, don't shoot. They are my friends. Dart says, we are not here to fight. We are here to borrow the dragon block staff. And rename it, because it's stupid. Someone says the dragon block staff. Wingly A says, Miru, how dare you speak about our secret to them? Miru says, but the divine dragon is now awake. Also, she didn't? Didn't everyone already know about it? Wingly A says, but what can humans do if they cannot even use magic? Someone says, should we break through? Someone else says, no, we should not. I actually don't know if it's someone else. Could be the same person for all I know. It doesn't say the names. Dart says, we have to take some action or everything may be destroyed. That includes the forest of Winglies and human cities. I mean it so strongly that I put forest of Winglies in red text. Someone says, everyone, hold on. Wingly C says, the ancestor says he will meet with the humans. Turn on wings. Wings engaged. Wingly C says, you. Please don't agitate the people in the forest. We are not used to seeing humans. Wingly C says, but watch out for the Bardell brothers. Oh, yeah. Miru says, what do you mean? I think you would know better than us. Miru says, let's go, Dart. The ancestor Blano is in the back of the forest. Oh, I like this tune. Heck yeah. Well, that was perfectly normal. I feel great. I'm Dart, and I will not react to being teleported. So you are the humans. This is the first time I've seen one. This forest does not welcome humans. Some even have murderous intentions towards humans. Like the Bardell brothers. Oh, the Bardell brothers. It's an order of the ancestor. I'll carry you to the back. No, no thank you. Should I do it now? Should I make a separate save now, or does it matter? Is it after this? Before I leave? Well, I just did a normal save. Fine. Wah! He held me under the armpits. Whoop, whoop, microphone. Wish hardware just did what I wanted it to. The walls between species are thicker than you would think, but maybe you can destroy them. I feel that way. Yeah. You respect the intention of the ancestor. The ancestor trusted you. We trust you too. Why? The ancestor he doesn't trust me yet. He just wants to talk. I don't know what pipe I should enter. Without using the stone, you cannot use magic or fly. Humans are such weaklings. Miru says, Father, Mother, I'm home. Apparently this is Miro's father and mother. Miro's father says, Miru, do you realize what you are doing? They couldn't name Miro's father, really? Miro's father says, so, they are the humans who have deluded you. He says, don't talk bad about my friends. Miru's father says, Miru. Miru says, I'm still me. I want to protect everybody in the forest in my own way. With Dart and Friends. Dart and Friends on ABC. Miru's mother says, the ancestor believed in Miru and is allowing the humans to pass through here. You have to believe in Miru too. Dart and Friends! That's just Darkwing Duck is what that was. Miru's father says, humans over there. The dragon is supposed to be your ally. Winglies and humans are enemies. Why are you trying to defeat the dragon with us? Dart says that the dragon campaign has been over for more than 10,000 years. I couldn't possibly care any less about it. Besides, there is no reason for our two species to fight each other, is there? But you're different. Miru's mother says, honey, our ideas may be too old. Wow, we have changed her views that she has held for thousands of years within a handful of sentences. That's great. Miru's mother says, please take care of Miru. I am so sorry. Miru says, you don't need to say such a thing. I'm the one taking care of them. Miru's mother says, oh, Miru's taken care of? Miru says, yep. Miru's mother says, who? Miru says, Dart and everybody, with a spin-off to Dart and Friends. Miru's father says, I assume there is no time for this. Dart says, he is right, Miru. Let's get going to the ancestor. Miru says, okay, you are right. I don't like my parents anyway. Miru's mother says, your father talks harshly to you, but actually, he is happy to see your face. Not the rest of you, you should cover up. Miru's mother says, besides, he likes Dart and Friends. No, it's Dart and Friends. Miru's father says, don't be yapping about silly things and just go see the ancestor. Miru says, okay, I will. God forbid I want to see my parents. Miru's father says, your mother is right. Seeing you makes me feel relieved. You are living your own way. Miru says, of course. I am only your daughter, father. I think a lot. Miru says, bye now. I mean, with how fast that went, we could probably change everyone's mind here one by one. Ah! I want to go see what those are. Oh, poopy. Well, I mean, I guess if you fly, then this would be a perfectly normal transportation method, but I feel like they could design this better. You know, for visitors like humans. I inadvertently walked backwards. Lefty loosey or righty tighty? I like my pipes like I like my women. Yeah, let's buy some rare stuff. Rare stuff such as Healing Fog. I've never seen one of those. None of this is rare. Absolutely none of it. Maybe it's rare to the Winglies, but all right. Is there an inn? Yeah, let's buy some magical weapons. None of this is magical. Oh yeah, Silent Hill. I like those games. At least I like a couple of those games. I haven't played the remake yet. Ah! Much to Tim's chagrin. Yeah, dear, you missed it. I went to the left pipe after saying Lefty Lucy. That was the joke. And now you've made it explicit and weird. In case anyone's new, Maddie is my wife, so I'm not just calling a stranger dear. That was some pretty cool stuff. Silent Hill. It's the Archangel. It's the guardian god of the Winglies. The ancestor told me. I'm assuming Miru is saying all this. I'm assuming Dart's is saying this, but I wouldn't know because it's not saying any of the names. Someone says, you say told me, but don't you worship it too, Miru? Someone says, I don't know. I've never been protected. Maybe I just don't know, though. Okay, end of tour. Well, glad we went through that, and then Miru went inside me. Is there no inn? I want an inn. Now let's go to the other pipe. I'm nervous I'm going to walk into the ancestor, and I don't want to. Albert needs some rest. Probably not for a while. I'm currently very strapped for cash. Strapped for cash? I don't have a lot of money. And, I've played Metal Gear Solid 3. So I don't need to play it again right now. It's not on the list. So that looks like ancestor territory, maybe? So back through the other pipe, I guess? I don't know. Nothing against Metal Gear Solid 3. Well, I have a few things against Metal Gear Solid 3, but I would be happy to play it again at some point, just not right now. I don't need it right now. Are you the inn? Nope, you're the ancestor, aren't you? Gosh darn it! Wait, maybe not. Guadaraha says, Miru, I knew it. You are coming back to me. Guadaraha says, you are humans. Guaraha says, so, you are the friends of Miru? Nasty Raid. P-Nasty Raid? Or is the P silent? Thank you for stopping by, P-Nasty or Nasty. Kithron's here. I didn't even know Kithron was here. Hi, Kithron. It's P-Nasty. The hard P. I like my P's like I like my... like I like my, doesn't matter, we're not gonna get that dirty with it. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. Raids always make me nervous because I don't know what to say. I'm always talking anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. But once I'm, like, informed of a raid, I'm like, am I gonna lose my ability to speak? My tongue starts to swell up a little bit. Miru says, that's right. Miru says, this is Guaraha, a friend of mine. Guaraha says, you said I am just your friend? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Miru says, we grew up together. Guaraha says, you are my fiance. Uh-oh. Tar says, I didn't know you had a fiance, Miru, and you spelled it 2 different ways. That's how you know it's serious. Heschel says, there's more to you than I thought, Miru. Heschel's disappointed. He wanted to sleep with the lady that looks like a child. Miru says, wow, what are you talking about? Wow. Guaraha says, it's true, isn't it? So P Nasty and the people that were with P Nasty, were you playing? I assume you were playing Legend of Dragoon? Miranda says, I thought she was still a kid. It must be true that the Wingleys have a long life, and they are not as young as they look. Miru says, what are you analyzing me for? We're trying to determine if you're legal. The new Donkey Kong game? Guaraha says, what kind of relationship do you have with Miru? No, I remember you, P Nasty. I don't remember if I pronounced it P Nasty or Nasty with a silent P, but yes, I do remember you. So you were you playing the new Donkey Kong game? The new-ish Donkey Kong bandanas? Dart says, relationship, we are just friends. Hazel says, at first she insisted on following us. Miranda says, is that so? Game is bananas. Whoa, watch it. Better watch out for P Nasty. This is a family channel. Despite the fact that I've said several things that are not family oriented. Miru says, we have no time to talk about that. Miru says, Guaraha says, why are you coping yourself up in here? Cooping yourself up in here is actually what she said, and that makes way more sense than coping yourself up in here. There are awful things going on outside. Guaraha says, I can't not add that little inflection when I say that name. As the ancestor told us, the divine dragon has come back to life, hasn't it? Miru says, why aren't you defending the forest? Guaraha says, the other day, I let you in the forest, Miru. I'm on probation now. Of course I would defend the forest if I could. Miru says, whatever. Your pardon, P Nasty. It's okay. No problem. Miru says, we are going to see the ancestor. You just stay here and be gloomy. That's an order. Guaraha says, Miru, you have changed. Yeah, you're like Guaraha. Miru says, I think that's how it's pronounced. Tell me it's not. You can't. He doesn't say it out loud. Miru says, you can be changed too if you go outside, Guaraha. Guaraha says, there is a commandment for us Wingleys. We cannot do what you want us to do, Miru. Yes, you can, says nobody. Somebody says, ... Thanks for, what's the term for it? Rating. P Nasty, good to see you again. Miru says, are you still cooping yourself up in here? I mean, you haven't even left the room, so yes. This is not the inn. I can't stress enough, this is not the inn. Albert really wants to sleep. He's in pain. He's hurt. Rose not feeling great either. Dart's okay. Dart stubbed his toe. 200 damage toe stubbing. Have you ever said stub as a verb for anything other than your toe? The answer is you haven't. I mean, you don't stub your finger. No one's ever said that. You jam your finger, I feel like is the way you'd probably say it. Are you the ancestor? You're in a flower. I guess so. There's no... I can't... Wait, no, this is a Bardell brother. Oh, no. Miru says, Bardell, are you bothering us again? Elder Bardell says, the divine dragon can be taken care of by us without asking humans for help. Besides, we have no business talking to a betrayer who ran off to humans. Miru says, what happened to you? The Bardell I knew was much kinder and wasn't like that. Elder Bardell says, my baby sister was killed by a human. Oh no, says somebody. Elder Bardell says, my baby sister was influenced by you, Miru, and left the forest, believing that the outside world was wonderful. Elder Bardell says, we don't need humans' help. Do you have something else to say? Elder Bardell says, get out. Dar says, there might be more people killed now. Elder Bardell says, good for you. I don't know what that means. It's a good chance to learn how helpless you humans are. But we Winglies won't die. Our magic power surpasses the dragons'. You are strong, huh? Says somebody. Rose says, don't make me laugh. I wonder if you have noticed you are declining because you cling to the glory of the past. Isn't that what Rose does? Not really. Nah, she's more gloomy about it. Elder Bardell says, what are you talking about? Rose says, you can barely fly, and that's about it, right? Elder Bardell says, maybe you won't think that way after this. Hadouken! Elder Bardell says, no way. Is this the legendary Dragoon? The legendary Dragoon. Dart says, please, let us take care of the divine dragon. Miro says, I'll come back to take care of your baby sister's matter after my journey has ended. So please trust us for now. We're not going to deal with that. Like, baby sister's dead. There's nothing we can do about it. It's not our business. Rose says, the ones who flaunt their power disappear when the truly powerful appear. I am going ahead. Whoa. Harsh cut to black. What the heck was that? Oh, I think my wife turned on the TV as well. Yeah. I think you turn off the morph sequence or else it would have yeah, no kidding. I'm surprised the cutscene didn't play after the fireball hit me. Ow! Elder Bardell says, if we cannot even have revenge for our baby sister anymore, the divine dragon cannot be. Schwing. Elder Bardell says, I feel weak in my knees. I cannot move. Is this real? Oh! Someone says, ah! Younger Bardell says, you wimp, brother. Younger Bardell says, how dare you humans? Just because you are afraid of our magic power, you are sending the destroyers of old dragoons at us. Younger Bardell says, silly humans, I'll pass sentence for the sin of killing my sister. I'll annihilate them now. Alright, so these Bardell brothers are objectively terrible. And if this game wants us to see them as redeemed at some point, I'm going to be upset. No, thank you. I want to go down there. I want to know what's down there. It's probably just the way back down, so whatever. Yeah, it definitely is. All right, fly me up. Pick me up by my armpits. Whee! Thank you, Daddy. It's amazing how little progress I feel like I make in this game, considering how long I play it. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I feel like we've done nothing. Dart says, there is nobody here. Miranda says, where is the ancestor? There he is. There's this iconic glow look. Dart says, my body is being healed. Oh, cool. Albert says, is this the magical healing? Have we heard about this? I don't understand. Rose says, I wonder if it is an apology for the discourtesy. Miro says, remember unusualness when someone said that? That was weird. That was unusual. Miro says, ancestor, sorry we are late. Is the ancestor a puddle? Oh, okay. Ancestor Blano says, welcome, humans in Haganto. I am Blano, the ancestor of the forest. Miranda says, I am the first sacred sister of Mili Sasu. Miranda, please forgive our sudden visit. Dart says, I would like you to listen to our story. And I'm going to tell you in great detail. It is very long. But I would expect you to sit there and wait silently. And listen. The Divine Dragon is. Ancestor Blano says, I know. Oh, thank God. Ancestor Blano says, the Divine Dragon came back to life in the Mountain of the Mortal Dragon, and there are Dragoons that have come to us. It seems that the times won't leave us alone. The messenger from the Crystal Palace and the people who were fated to come here. Our opponent is so enormous. We have to combine each of our strengths or none of us will survive. Neither the Crystal Palace nor our forest. Bert says, you mean? Blano says, let us put the power of the Dragoons and our wisdom together. Miranda says, you will let us borrow your dragon block staff? That was... I guess that wasn't technically a question, so I'm glad they didn't put a question mark, but... She would have said it in like a question... with a question inflection. Question inflection infection. Detection. Ancestor Blano says, we don't have the Dragon Buster now, so the Dragon Block Staff is our last resort. We no longer have the power to master that, however. If you, who rule the dragons, can use it, we can fight against the Divine Dragon. Miranda says, I appreciate your kindness. Stop sucking up, Miranda. Blano says, however, we cannot participate in the battle. We are all that remain. Like that one band. Kill switch engage. We cannot become extinct. Miru says, I'm going. Dart says, I know. You are a Dragoon too, Miru. Blano says, go inside. I will show you the way to the Dragon Block Staff. This is a trap. Someone says, I'll meet you there, Miru. Blano says, you're attracted to those humans? I mean, they're pretty sexy. Miru says, yep. So it's kind of like reverse pedophilia, because the child is actually super old and she's attracted to the ones that are relatively much younger. Miru says, they are really cool, Ancestor. I want to go on a journey with them. And I want to see my mother and father anytime I want. Blano says, are you telling me to throw our commandment away? Only I have the power to do that, and it's arbitrary, and I don't agree with it, but I can't do anything about it. It's out of my hands. Answer says, Blano, it is not the right time yet. But eventually, in the near future, the time will come when us and humans live together. Go with them. As a Wingly, go see humans, or better yet, the entire world. Your experience will lead us. Mira says, okay, I hear you. I'm going to stand in the water. Mira says, I'll meet you there. What the heck does that mean, I'll meet you there? It's the second person that said that. And what is that elevator? And Sister Blano says, if Mira is the only lead is the one leading us to the other world, then I will stand in the puddle. Where are those humans leading the world to? And Sister Blano says, it must be the flow of time. Only the fates can tell. Who are you talking to? Ancestor Blano says the Dragon Block Staff is sealed in the Forbidden Land over there. It's the Forbidden Land, it's right there. It's right over there. First says Forbidden Land. Ancestor Blano says it is the place where our hideous memory sleeps. Is the game too quiet? Maybe it's a quiet moment, so it's not... I don't know. Someone let me know. Ancestor Blano says it used to be, until 11,000 years ago, a palace for us Winglies, and it was the place where eternal prosperity was promised. Ancestor Blano says it was called the royal capital Cadessa. Now it is a mere ruin without a name. Still call it Cadessa. It says, are you sure? Is it okay to go in? Ancestor Blano says, it is fine. Everything is in the past. Except the racism. We still hold on to that pretty hard. Dart says, I see. We have to do what we can do now. Okay. Ancestor Blano says, are you ready? Please wait a little. Dart says, please wait a little. Dart says, what's wrong? We don't know when the Divine Dragon will come. Dart says, well, the Twitch chat and YouTube chat is telling me to save over a new file and stock up on items, so I have to go do that before we go into the land without a name, aka Cadessa, the land that has a name. And Sister Blana says, there's still some magic power left, and it attracts monsters. It won't be an easy road to the Dragon Block staff. When you are ready, come to me. I'll lead you to the Forbidden Land. But the save point is 1,000,000 miles away. That sucks. And since this is a legitimate PlayStation, the only way I can do it is with a manual save like that. Hardware has got to save it to the memory card at a save point, which was designed by the developers. Placed there. Can't just save anywhere. It's a PlayStation game, for God's sake. I don't know how to get down. Oh, maybe I step in the puddle? The puddle probably does it. Nope. This puddle? It's not a puddle, but... Beautiful. I mean, technically, I don't need to save over a new slot. Because I can save it in this slot. And then my next save... Can I leave the forest now? I mean, I'll just save it in a new slot, it's fine. Wait, is Albert still hurting? I thought we were healed. What is this nonsense? I thought we got healed by the juice. Whee! The juice didn't heal us, guys. I don't think this store had Healing Breeze. Maybe it did. Right, but I can save in a second slot in Cadessa was my point, right? But that's fine. It's the same thing either way. It doesn't matter. Oh, there is Healing Breezes. Okay. Wow, that sucks. That sucks. Oh, that makes me mad. I wish you didn't tell me that. That is... Oh, man, that makes me really upset. I'm not concerned about it. Difficulty spike or not. I'm a grown man with reasonable competence. I could probably figure it out. No, it's the wrong way. I'm so confident, in fact, that no job will hire me. I checked my phone because I'm waiting on a possible job offer, but did not have it. It's not there. Whee! Thank you. It's been an absurd process. I don't want to say absurd. It's been a process. It's been long. It's only absurd because I'm unemployed and I'm eager to get a job. But it's out of my hands. They're doing a background check, so as long as they don't uncover the crimes that are there, I should be fine. Oh, this is what he means by over there? I think that's a little bit... That's a bit of an understatement when you say over there. Someone says, this is the wisdom of the Wingleys. Yep, wisdom. Someone says, it's a ruin of their wisdom. Heck. Someone says, let's go. Ah, why does it hurt? There's a lot of good animation and graphics in this game. That is not among it. That was rough. That looks a little weird. A little funky. Dor says, so, this is the Forbidden Land. The nameless Forbidden Land. That also just happens to have a name. The ruins of the past glory. Robert says, no remnant of the royal capital remains. Dor says, what's wrong, Miru? You're shaking. Dor says, because I hear the outcries of the people who died here. Dor says, are you going to wait in the forest, Miru? Dor says, no, I'm okay. If I can't get past such a small thing, how will I be able to fight against the Divine Dragon? Wait, is Miru in my party? I hope not. Okay. What? Come on, you're Dragoons! Walk by the steam! Well, poopy. I don't even have anything I want to discard. Bye-bye. I guess I'll get one healing breeze. Nothing happened. Great. Did I use it, at least? Yes, Mind Purifier. Is there a way to increase your inventory capacity? I think someone mentioned there was. What's this music? This is E1M1. Oh. Oh, I'll fight it.
Yes, go.
Madness! Hero!
Rod Typhoon.
Oh. They just decided to change the soundtrack. Every song has changed. I don't understand that decision, but I'm not against it. Yeah, that's just dead end is what that is. Okay. Yep, not a lot of room for exploration so far. I keep expecting the original song. Poop.
Run, Typhoon!
So basically, it's just wait until Albert's turn and then they die.
Yes! Go! Madness! Hero!
Madness hero! Oh, I'm very dispirited now. I don't know what that does. Seemingly nothing.
Die. Hard blade.
Hard blade. Eh.
Yes! Go! Madness!
Madness hero! Oh, that was bad.
Die. Hard blade.
I keep thinking she's gonna say more and more. She doesn't. She says hard blade. Ging-a-ling-a-ling. Congo getting experience for not fighting. Uh-oh. We've got options. Apparently that's where I came from. I got lots of options. There's literally 4 ways to go right now. Okay. Burn, burn, burn. What is that? Spooky, spinny, hairy. It's called Spinning Head.
Die. Hard blade.
Hard blade.
Yes! Go!
Nah. Still died though. Ah! Want to kill that thing immediately. Uh-oh. I didn't kill it immediately. Oh, now I'm sad.
Die.
Hard blade, it's dead. It wasn't immediately, but he's dead.
Yes! Go! Madness! Hero!
And now I'm dispirited. Did a lot of damage to me last time. Not this time. Or last time.
Run, Typhoon!
Why did that thing need to die immediately? It didn't seem to... Maybe it's because it's ugly? That's probably what it is. Oh my goodness, there are so many ways to go. Wait. Maybe not. Might be looping back around. Yep. Stupid. Oh no, wait. Oh, there's that thing over there I didn't actually look at. I want to go back that way and figure out what that is. Wait, hang on. Just everyone calm down. Oh my goodness. Alright, does everyone remember where we left up? No, this is definitely the way we have to go. So, backtracking. Need to buy a compass that tells me where the main objective is so I can avoid it at all costs. Oh, they last after the battle, you say? Do I still have it? Oh, I'm D-Spirit. I'm D-Spirit. I don't know what D-Spirit does. Does it eventually go away? Just all of these things do despirit. Can't make that noise, but it was a good knocking noise.
Rod Typhoon.
There you go, dead immediately. Could not have killed it any faster. Rose is hurting already. Why don't you go ahead and do some of that for a little while.
Yes. Go. Madness. Hero.
Hero! Good knocking sound, I like it. It's like Mario kicking a shell. Oh no! He's despirited too. Is it, maybe it's slow? I don't know. I don't understand.
Rod Typhoon. Yes. Go.
Ah! Can't make that noise. Poopy!
Yes. Go.
Alright, well, I guess I've lost my ability to do any attacks. It's gonna make this a lot harder. Dancer's ring. Tell me more. Well, it's a ring that dancers wear. Well, okay. You told me more. Where is it? Oh, so only women could wear it? That's messed up. Men can be dancers too. I knew it. Dancer shoes. I'm assuming men can't wear those either. That's messed up, man. I don't like it. Defense goes very down? What is she? No, what's her defense before I change anything? I can't tell what her base defense is. I can only tell her weapon goes down. Why? How much does her speed go up? Quite a bit. I kind of want to put that on. I kind of want to put the dancer's ring on. Just make her so ludicrously fast. Why? I don't know. She doesn't really... Well, she does more damage than Dart does, so I guess that's a benefit to it. It's too bad Albert couldn't be a dancer. He always wanted to. Go for about another 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Probably once I reach the next save point, we'll stop. So I don't want to get too deep into this and not be able to stop.
Yes. Go. Madness. Hero.
Madness Hero! I love how I increased her speed like mad and she is the last person to have a turn. There we go. 2 turns in a row. That's awesome.
Yes. Go! Madness! Hero!
3 turns before Albert has 1. Speed might be overpowered. I might switch my tactics. That's ridiculous. Even if I had lowered Albert's damage and had him attack 3 times, that would be... Holy crap, she's still going.
Yes! Go! Madness! Hero!
Alright, she's got full health now. Watch it hit her. No, it didn't. Okay. Jeepers, what? Rocks with machine guns.
Die. Hard blade.
Hard blade gets it done. Dun, 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 dun. Really doesn't have to be this convoluted, the amount of teleporters that you use. I feel like I missed something. Did I miss anything? Brenda says it's such a large space. Hishel says, indeed, I wonder what it was for. Oh, it says Congo smells like blood. Albert says, blood and a large space. It sounds like a coliseum. It looks a heck of a lot like a coliseum as well. Here says, yes, it really was. Here says, I heard it from the ancestor. Here says, once upon a time, it was a coliseum, but it wasn't for regular fights that you won or lost. It was for matches to the death, like, you know, all those fake coliseums. Mira says, Winglies would just enjoy the view from above of fighters picked from among the dominated humans, dragons, and some Hagantos. So the Winglies are terrible. He says, I am the offspring of that kind of Wingly. So it says, the ancestor told us that this is a mere ruin, didn't he? He says, duh. So it says, what happened here happened in the past. No matter what sorrow there was, it is no longer our sorrow. Isn't that right? Albert says, there is nothing to worry about, Miro. The sins of the past are there just to tell us not to repeat them anymore. There says, cheer up. Let's focus on moving on. And Dart just makes everyone feel better very quickly. I really feel like there's something... down there. How have I not gotten down there before? I don't want to run all the way back, but... if I miss something, I miss something. Whatever. There.
Yes!
No.
Die.
Hard blade. Bang. Ouch.
Die.
That's 2 hard blades in a row. Oh, man. Yeah, it does kind of sound like 9 Inch Nails. I'm with you. Mirror leveled up. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Makes sense that it would be designed this way, yeah. What the? Okay. Save point. Yeah, I need to stop. I don't want to, but I'm gonna stop. It's 12 o'clock. Alright, everybody. I'm gonna go back to my original streaming time. I think I like that better. This was a fun experiment. Oh, I just saved over the... Oh, no, it's fine. Never mind. We're good. No, it's fine. Because worst case scenario, I just go back to this one. Not a big deal. But I'm not going to need to because I'm too good, gosh darn it. Alright. We will be back soon. Join that Discord, and you'll know when exactly. tinyurl.com/randy-discord, or if you prefer, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. And that's the best way you can support me, so do it. And of course, do all the stuff where you like subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Alright. Talk to you next time. Goodbye, everybody.